الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. My brothers, inshallah ta'ala, I just want to keep this as short as possible because Ustad Yassin is going to be going through an intensive way of how to perform the salah, inshallah ta'ala. And it's just one message that I have for you guys. My brothers, I want you guys to understand one little point, because I don't think some of you guys, really know the value of actually being here at this moment in time. Some of you guys, this is the first time you guys have arrived here in Mecca, or you're going to be, or you're in Medina, you're going to be going to Mecca. Many people don't get this opportunity. There's maybe 1.8 billion Muslims in the world, and not everybody has been able to visit the Prophet ﷺ's masjid. Not everybody has been able to see the Kaaba. You know, my brothers, the Messenger ﷺ, he told us that the Hajj, wal-Ummar, wal-Ghazi fi sabilillah, the person who goes on Hajj, the guy who goes and performs Umrah, and the guy who goes out for Jihad, wafdullah, these are the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Azza wa Jalla handpicked every single one of you guys out from all of these Muslims so that you are able to pray in the Prophet ﷺ's masjid. Not everybody gets this opportunity. I'm a Hajj operator for maybe the last 7-8 years. I've seen people, maybe last minute they break their foot, or maybe something happens in his family, somebody passes away and he doesn't get the opportunity. Not everybody gets the opportunity. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has handpicked you out from all of these Muslims. How many friends do you guys have that are maybe drowning in the darkness? They are drowning in sins. They just can't get out, and not everybody is able to get out of that situation that they are in, And so I really want you guys to contemplate on this very point, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose every single one of you guys to be here. And the sad reality is, a lot of the time when people come here, they don't benefit from their time. They may be chilling in their rooms, maybe they're going around shopping, and I see this happening even with elderly people. Instead of benefiting from the Prophet ﷺ's masjid by praying there as much as you can, and also remembering death. I don't know if you guys have realized, just about after every salah we pray Salatul Janazah. And you think most of them are people who reside here in Medina? They say the majority of them are just like most of us here. People who have come maybe on Umrah. People who have come on maybe on Hajj. And not every one of them is able to go back home. And it could be any of us that we are praying on tomorrow, or maybe the day after, in these very few days that we're here. This is why the Messenger ﷺ, what did he say? أكثروا من ذكر هذه اللذات. Be somebody who excessively remembers the destroyer of all pleasures, and that is al-maut, the death. To go and visit the Baqi', to actually really contemplate when you're praying that prayer. You see, because it could be any of us. Messenger ﷺ, he told us about a salah. إذا قام أحدكم في صلاته فصلي صلاة مودع. When you stand up for prayer, pray the farewell prayer. What is the farewell prayer? The prayer in which you're going to, it's as if you are praying your last ever prayer, meaning perfect it as much as possible, because you're not going to be able, or you might not necessarily be able to reach another prayer. How many umrahs do we get? Do we come back every single year and we perform umrah to purify and just clean the sins and the filth that we might be involved in? Not everybody gets that luxury of coming back every single year. So my brothers, I really, make this request from you to really think about every time we make that prayer and then it gets followed up with that Salatul Janazah. Because it could be every single one of us. Also, if you have the opportunity to go visit the Baqi', every single one of us is going to be 8 feet down at any moment even of his life. You're not going to get a call, you're not going to get a WhatsApp message, you're not going to get like a little snapshot, telling you you're dying in 5 minutes. Nobody's going to get that reminder. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us what? يَأْتِيكُمْ بَغْتَةً. It comes to you unexpectedly. It comes to you unexpectedly. And also, my brothers, when you go and you visit the grave, and you realize you're going to be 8 feet down any moment, it really makes you overlook the worldly pleasures that we are surrounded in. And it makes it look like to you that it's absolutely nothing. That it could happen any time. So it makes a person what? Be on his toes. Just constantly acting, hoping that he meets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best possible state. And that's what we all want. You know, just now when we came out of the class, the Shaykh, he mentioned a very powerful benefit. This is the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The man who was walking on the face of this earth and he had no sins. He had no past sins and he had no future sins. In his sujood, he would be making the dua, Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. O turner of the hearts, make my heart firm upon your religion. This is the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What guarantee do me and you have that we're going to be meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best possible state? What makes you think we're even going to be in the state of Islam? Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the son of Umar ibn al-Khattab, he used to stand at Safa. When you guys go and you're performing Umrah, after you've done your tawaf, you're going to be going to where? Safa and Marwa. He used to stand in Safa and he used to stay there for a very long time. And the dua that he would make was, Allahumma kama hadaytini illa al-Islam, as'aluka ala tanzi'u minni. Just like you guided me to al-Islam, I ask you, oh Allah, not to strip that away from me. And you guys know of so many stories you guys have heard of people who died maybe, in the last few words that I mentioned, they weren't the best of things. Or maybe in the state that he was in, it was a very awful, bad state. And it could happen to any single one of us. You see? So guys, make this as an opportunity. We might not get it again. I remember the first time when I came here, maybe I was no different from any of you guys who are here today. I was in a very bad state. You see? And I didn't even want to go to Umrah. In the end, I didn't even want to let go of, the Kaaba. I didn't even want to leave. Just fearing I might not ever be able to come back to this place again. Because it's a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I remember somebody told me it's a gift. Not everybody gets invited. It's an invitation that Allah Azza wa Jal sent to you. You'd get very, very excited if the queen or the king, of any country invited you to come over and maybe spend the day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the King of all kings, He handpicked you out, sent you an invitation to come and benefit from your time and to also purify yourself. So please don't waste it, as many people do. You see? جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. How are you guys doing? I wanted to take this opportunity to invite you to one of our epic Umrah trips. Brothers, in February, inshallah ta'ala, we have Umrah with the Bandem Part 5. Okay? I know if you guys have been following us online, you're probably thinking, but what happened to Part 4? Part 4 already got sold out. In fact, it's oversubscribed, and that happened 6 months before we even, going on the trip. So that's why we're having to actually open up tickets for the next trip, which is going to be in February, inshallah ta'ala. So if you don't act fast now, that trip is expected to be sold out in the next couple months as well. Okay? And then there is no other trip scheduled for that anytime soon. Sisters, we have an opportunity for you guys as well. October, half term, this year, inshallah ta'ala, we're taking our second sisters trip. I would love it if you guys could join us, inshallah ta'ala. Of course, you have to bring a mahram. Either way, if you're interested, please go to the phone number below. You can call, you can message us on WhatsApp, you can get in touch with us whatever way, inshallah ta'ala, and express your interest, and someone from our team will take it up with you, inshallah ta'ala. But just know that these spaces are about to go like hotcakes. On this day where I'm making this video, already half the spaces for the sisters trip are already gone, alhamdulillah. So now there's a few left, inshallah ta'ala. If you guys want to come, we'd absolutely love to accommodate you. Just call the number below. Brothers, February, sisters, October. Assalamu alaikum, peace.